at the end of the day, tasteful capitalism is still capitalism, and that's okay. Every time Dot do something with corporations, we get a lot of noise online, and I am aware that a large portion of it is a lot of Drake fans that are like, this is like a moment, like a chink in his armor. And there might be a group that of hip hop fans that are generally like intrigued or a little confused at what's this happening. And in my opinion, I think people just got to misread on this dude's disposition. You just don't understand this ideology, right? And I've been doing a lot of like, of observation and commentary to really get closer to the truth, okay? And Dot's thing is pretty much these three things, okay? I'm better than all these ninjas. That's number one, right? Especially in relation to the beef. Number two, I don't like this Drake guy. I really don't like him. We could have kept it on some just like wore it out, but when you really involve my family, I hate your guts forever, right? And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to take you down, right? And then the last one is like, part of why I don't really like that dude is I think he's distasteful in the way he utilizes the culture, utilizes the art form that I really love, and how he participates in capitalism. None of those things means that Dot now thinks he's not going to participate in capitalism, or he's going to, attack everyone that's also using the art form in a way, right? So at the end of the day, this is really what I'm willing to listen to and how I see this, right? I do think generally also it doesn't help that he only has like two paths right now, right? Like it's either you salute everything he's doing because that's what the culture says and it's hip hop, right? And or you hate his guts because you love Drake. And there's not really a lot of gray areas. There aren't like a lot of room for people to be able to like, oh, I enjoyed K-Dot's music, but here's critique. This Chanel one, I'll tell you how I see it, right? At the end of the day, a lot of people are pointing out the history of Chanel and stuff like that. Hey, that's fine. Right? Before K-Dot, Chanel was very prominent in hip hop, right? In fact, Drake has a song talking about crying in Chanel. You are painting it now, right? Like so like, let's say you're a Drake fan, right? Like you're painting now like, oh look, he's a hypocrite, he's in Chanel, right? Like just for Drake fans. But what I'm saying is, okay, if you think this is wrong, that means you think your guy doing it was wrong too. Because he's always talked about Chanel, rapped about it, right? So there's that. Now, for genuine like hip hop fans that might be confused, and we'll point out something like N95, where he says the designer stuff, right? Take off the designer. Again, you misreading his disposition. Like, he's not saying that you can't wear Chanel at all. He's not saying that luxury is, but his whole thing is do it tastefully. Right? On Savior, capitalist posing as compassionate to be offending me, right? That's him saying, hey, don't act like you're not a capitalist and then try to act like everything you do is about compassion. That doesn't mean he's saying that don't participate. He never says that. And that's why I don't understand where we're at. And as far as now, why I will lay most of my critique is for like usually like leftist anti-capitalist people that also kind of co-opted this. And I'm like, in my head, that's why I was used to push back. I said, no, guys, no. This is not the rapper we use for this. They pose Kendrick as this anti-capitalist guy, anti-industry, and then Drake is like the face of commercialization. I'm like, no. These are two millionaires arguing, participating in the same system. One is being perceived to do it a lot more in good taste than the other. One seem a little morally, right? Sometimes we'll do this with Beyonce too. And this is the thing. When I come here and say this, you defending? No, I'm not defending or attacking. I just want to make sense of a lot of the things. Like a lot of times I talk is I make sense. But is there room for critique? Is there room for praise? I don't know. It makes sense to me. Does it make sense to anybody else?